Defend yourself in style. I forgot to fucking share it. Fuck.
This time I say friends, and welcome to a final tease. We've been waiting for it for quite a while, and year 7 is upon us as always at the Invitational. It's new reveal, and it's new all over. I'm Milosh, and I'm very honored to be introducing the next bit, the future of Rainbow Six in year 7, with, of course, Demon Vale. Enjoy.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking
Hello,
go.
everyone, and welcome to Demon Vale. I'm Camille Salazar-Hadaway, and I'll be your host for the show.
Hi, Camille.
As you know, we are starting a new year of Rainbow Six Siege. And what better way to start than by welcoming creative director Alex Karpazis to share the team's vision of the season.
Okay.
So year 7, season 1 is huge for us, and it's the season of game changers. We have Azami, one of the most complicated operators we've ever had to make.
Oh?
It took over a year to make her, and she brings a lot of change to the defender side, and it really speaks to the core of Rainbow Six and destruction and actually rebuilding any area in the map.
Wait, what?
And for the first time in a while, we're introducing a new map to Rainbow Six Siege. It's coming in
New
the middle
map?
of the season.
New map and
hopefully
something
everybody can get
anti-destruction.
excited about exploring a new locale with all of their favorite operators.
You've heard about what's coming in Demon Vale. Now, let's see it in action, courtesy of Chris Waters and Ubisoft News.
Defenders, have you ever thought to yourself, what if I could patch that hole in my reinforced wall?
What?
How great would it be if I could just block off that one sight line?
What?
I know they're about to come through that doorway, that window, that hatch. What if I could just seal it up? All these questions you ask yourself, Azami answers with
What
her Kiba barriers.
the
Demon Vale
fuck?
Defender is ready to reshape the battlefield, and later in the season, you'll have an entirely new place to play with her gadget with the arrival of the Emerald Plains map. And that's not all. The launch of Demon Vale will be the launch of attacker REPICK, and
They're actually
Team
putting it in?
Deathmatch. It's gonna be a big one, so stick around to see all the updates coming to kick off year 7 of Rainbow Six Siege.
She already looks like she fucking slaps. Holy shit.
Azami's gadget is going to be a game changer for defenders, and game designer Dominic Clement is going to tell you more about it. But first, creative director Alex Karpazis and gameplay designer Jeremy Carvan are going to shed some light on Azami's design. And I'm going to need all the details.
Fuck.
on
Yeah,
it soon.
fuck. I'm gonna main the fuck out of her. She looks fucking broken.
When we looked at Azami's visual identity, we actually looked towards the Japanese security police. So these are bodyguards that protect VIPs that are both domestic and international.
Get in line.
But Azami is actually in the private sector. So we wanted to take a bit of liberty with her outfit, make sure that she can express that kind of duality of her nature. And that's how we ended up with this striking suit that Azami's wearing. When we wanted to talk about Azami's visuals, specifically her face mask, we wanted a bit of mystery there for her. This is a piece of fashion in Japanese culture that's existed forever, and we wanted to make use of it. So it was an ideal way of showcasing her kind of more hidden side. It's the first time in a while that we've actually hidden the face of a female operator, and this was kind of a unique opportunity for us to do that.
Damn, they've
We
never
worked
put something
with
on a
our
face.
Japanese colleagues and poured through a bunch of kimono patterns and traditional patterns from the Japanese culture, and we actually settled on cranes because it was a nice kind of analogy for her gadget. The cranes are very powerful, and we kind of see that in her operator icon as well, where the crane kind of transforms into her gadget, which are the kunai. A big thing we're really happy to announce starting in Season 1 is a huge tech upgrade that we're bringing to the faces of our operators in the future. So this starts with Azami, where we've redone a whole bunch of things such as skin shaders, hair shaders, eye shaders. We've also upped the amount of poly count for the headgear and the face itself. And so you'll see a lot more life and a lot more detail in future operators. And because Azami's wearing a mask, we wanted to make sure that you could see the full kind of upgrade, and we're including this with our benchmark character, which was Thunderbird. So in Season 1, you're going to see Thunderbird and Azami both using this kind of new tech we've developed, and the team's worked incredibly hard to make sure we'll bring new life to our characters.
All right, on the technical
So
side,
the
that
main
sounds
goal
interesting.
With this improvement of
All the stuff Vriska will
technology
never
is
see in
not
her
only
games.
to
I like having
connect better
frames.
with the characters, but also to make sure that we have all the tools necessary to have a diverse cast, that we're not held back by what kind of character designs we want. And so you're going to see this in our customization and our new operators that are coming in Year 7.
Oh, she's a 2-speed.
I think the first part when we try to design a gadget is to really understand what is the gameplay mechanics behind it. What we were looking for was something super sharp, something that can stick into a wall, like pierce the wall and stay in place into it. The kunai came pretty naturally. That's a very, very iconic shape. And when we saw it, we knew that that was the thing we were looking for. The second part is the patch. For the patch, we were looking for something that can adapt to a lot of different situations, like collisions and props and so on. And so we went to internet and we were looking for the chemical reactions that we can find. And we found one that transformed a gas into something solid. And we decided to take that road. And that's why on the kunai, we added these 2 canisters. So one is for the gas, and the other is it's the compound that solidifies the gas. And finally, the last part is the arm mechanism. Azami
Wait, she
is
has a fucking
bodyguard,
arm
she's
launcher?
a very high-fashion operator. So we thought that it was cool to hide something on her
That
arm,
is sick as
to add this
fuck.
mechanic to our dressing.
So the very first time in Siege History, we're going to have an operator that can patch up holes. Azami brings the Kiba barriers, which are a kunai-shaped device that you can throw, and when it sticks, it will release a gas that will quickly solidify into a bulletproof surface.
It's bulletproof?
So the idea of having an operator that can patch up holes is something that comes up pretty much every time you ask someone to come up with an idea for an operator. We've had many operators that can destroy the map in many different ways. You know, when you think about Siege, you think about destruction, you think about how the map can really change all the way throughout the round. There weren't any ways to rebuild the map, and we come up with this idea of having something that you can throw and really be free in the way you want to deploy your patch.
And it doesn't even look
The role of
impressively
Azami
big. It
is
just looks
really
like
an
normal
anchor. You know,
size.
she's an architect, so you want her close to the objective. You want her close to your anchor players so she can provide the necessary cover for them. You want her close to the
She can do what with
walls that
Mira?
you're going to expect some form of breach. So you want her on site. That's where she's the strongest. So Azami is a total game changer. Literally. For the first time and ever, the defenders can actually protect themselves from vertical play, which is something that was never possible before. If you had a buck or a sledge right above you, making holes on the floor, you were kind of, in panic, and you had to run away. You had to get out of there. There wasn't anything you could do, but now you can. Now you can throw a patch, you can throw a Kiba barrier there, and actually provide you with some real cover vertically, which is something that it's completely new for Siege. You can patch a ace hole, Ibana hole, anything you can think of. You can also even patch up a hatch that's been opened. The possibilities are really endless.
Holy
and
shit.
It's really something that would completely change
Here's the question. Can it be
game,
breached, like with a
for
breach
sure.
charge?
So the loadout for Azami, in terms of primary, she's equipped with the 9x19 SVN, which is the SMG that most people would know as Capcan's SMG. On other option, she can also bring the ACS-12, which is the sort of like auto shotgun that you can see on Maestro and Alibi. And secondary weapon, she brings the D50. In terms of generic gadget, she brings the impact grenades and barbed wires.
All right,
the
I like the
reason why
impacts.
we went for the 9x19 SVN and the ACS-12 is if you want to play Azami as more of a frag centered operator, you want to make sure that you can, get your frags. You're going to go probably with the 9x19 SVN because it's a very good SMG, good rate of fire, low recoil, good mag capacity. So it's a very good gun to frag out. But you can also go with the option of the ACS-12, which still provides you with quite a lot of damage, but it's also going to bring a good amount of destruction. So for an architect, it's a very useful tool. The D50, it also brings a decent amount of destruction. So again, for an architect,
Oh, that's
it's a
actually
good thing to
filthy.
bring.
Holy shit.
The impact grenades, well, for someone that reshapes the map, it's kind of like a must-have. And we also gave her the barbed wires because the barbed wires are a very useful tool to reshape the flow of the attack. She works really, really well with operators like bandits because
she doesn't get them all at once. She gets fucking, look at the bottom right.
Existing before.
She gets them over the course of the game, like Legion.
Bulletproof surface that can really protect a
that's
bandit
really fucking strong.
Actively trying to ban trick. Considering that you can use the gadget on pretty much any surfaces, you can also use it to block drone holes. If you have few areas on different maps like Consulate, where a garage door, it's the big door that's usually a bandit trying to bandit trick, and it's a very vulnerable place, and there's a drone hole right next to you that's begging to have a Twitch drone go through, a grenade go through, and really deal damage to your bandit. But with this gadget, you can actually block that hole. You can block the yellow stairs and provide your bandit with plenty of cover to actively bandit trick and be relatively safe, actually. In addition, she can also work really well with Mira. With her gadget, she can actually create half reinforced wall. It's not the same as like an actual reinforced wall, but you can place it on the soft wall, so you can really create some really, really exciting new ways of setting your defense. Since the gadget is bulletproof, it's going to be a very good, useful tool to protect you, but you can't really rely too much on it because it's also very easy to deal with. Any explosive will destroy the gadget.
Yep. Which, honestly, I'm fine with that.
It also can be destroyed by 3 melee hits if you don't have any explosives at your disposal. Your best bet to really deal with this gadget is to bring operators like Zofia, Ash. These are very useful operators that can destroy the gadget from afar with their gadget. You can also bring Flores. Flores is also a very good operators for this gadget because with one RC drone, you can destroy a whole cluster of them. And otherwise, your grenade, and again, pretty much any form of explosives will destroy them really easily. So you can rely on the gadget to protect you from bullet, but you have to be careful that it's not going to be permanently on the map. Attackers will have a relatively easy way to deal with them. So it's a temporary fixture. So many players will tell you that Velvet Shell is probably one of their favorite season. One of the reasons for this is because we introduced Mira, which was a huge change for the meta and a huge change for the way people actually play the game. And we're kind of hoping for the same thing with Azami. She brings such a exciting and such of a creative gadget that we're really hoping to see the game kind of like switch into a completely different ways of defending and completely different ways of setting your different sites and different defense. And it's very exciting operators to introduce into the game.
So she almost feels like a synergy to Castle.
In addition to the new operator, Demonvale is bringing back something I know you all are excited to see. A new map. Let's get a close look at where you'll soon be having close encounters. Here's level designer Josim L. Rene.
I actually forgot there was a new map entirely. I got so absorbed into fucking
We're
better
really
Castle.
excited to bring a new map at Year 7 for the players. It was a really big challenge to secure something that is fresh, that feels new, but also that keeps the same level of quality standard that we've accustomed our players to. So the map is set in Ireland. It's a older style, classical style manor or castle. It was made into a country club for the elites of the world. First floor was modernized for the enjoyment of the guests, but the second floor has still a more classical style for the private, the elites, and maybe the shady deals they do there. Coming back after so long, creating a new map, it was hard to get a new starting point in terms of thematics and vibe that we wanted. Finding the location was a challenge for the team, but I think we really hit the target right in the bullseye and created something that is quite unique and enjoyable.
It does look fun.
We really wanted to take what we've learned with the old maps and really bring a new one with those learnings. I really like when I know where I am, I know what is coming next. That's something that is really important to make a map enjoyable, is that it's easy to learn. And the faster you get to know the map, the faster you'll get enjoyment out of it. And that's what we strove for.
Yeah, we're probably going to run a lot of fucking customs in this. Maybe make a whole day of it.
During High Caliber, the team debuted the lab test server with Team Deathmatch and Attacker REPICK. For more on how that went, Welcome back, Deanna Stanley, and a couple of familiar faces.
REPICK, I was extremely excited about. I'm glad they're going to push it to live. I fucking looked forward to it.
Our first lab test server was super successful for us. Our team really enjoyed watching our content creators and players discover these features for the first time, so it was really great. We showcased Team Deathmatch and Attacker REPICK. The reaction we got from the community was really positive, so we're going to be able to announce today what's coming for those two features.
Yeah, REPICK has been the big thing I wanted to see from the lab.
So we are super excited to finally let players play Attacker REPICK. We've been talking about that for a while. And going through player feedback, we see that everything was working as expected for us. It was easy to use, the technical aspects were working as well. It's obviously a big meta change, but we'll monitor that during the live phase. We will be able to tweak anything if needed. I think it's very important to have it finally available to start the new year. And I think it will be very exciting to see how it changes the distribution and the way players play the game, especially in attack. We were happy to release the Attacker REPICK in the lab TS because it's a very special environment. You don't have to test other features, and so that allows us to have feedback like very focused on that feature. So that helps us a lot trying to know what was working and what wasn't working in the feature. So yeah, thank you to everyone that played on the lab test server. It made a huge difference for us, gave us the confidence to be able to release that feature. We're really thankful for that.
So I knew it let you change your gear. I didn't know it let you change your full operator, which is
So
fucking
last December,
powerful.
we had our first TS lab in which we introduced Team Deathmatch game mode. We had a blast watching players run around the different maps with different operators and different combination of many of the same operators, and just have a blast on this game mode. And we collected a lot of feedback on this game mode, and it was super fun to read all the feedback. It was honestly overwhelmingly positive, which is why I'm super excited right now to announce that, well, this game mode is going to be coming in this season with all the awesome content that we've already announced. This is a permanent game mode, so this game mode is here to stay. And we're super excited for you to jump in and get more people to experience this awesome game mode that we worked on.
Deathmatch is good for practicing duels.
We worked really hard
I'm
to
not that
make sure that we could release it as soon as possible, so we're going to release it this season. But do expect more update following the release, such as we know that you want to see more maps to be added in the game mode. We're working on this. We're also looking at improving our spawning system, because that was also something that was said in the feedback that we could implement and we could maybe make better. So we're actively working on this. So expect more update following the release to make sure that the game mode is at the top tier.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are going to look forward to Deathmatch. It just isn't my cup of tea.
This next one is for folks who play as Goyo, or who play against Goyo.
What?
If that's you, Teresa Rico, quality control lead from Ubisoft Barcelona, has some news.
Goyo balance changes? Okay, I'm okay. Let's see this, because Goyo's been S tier.
Goyo's explosive canister is attached to a deployable shield, which allows defenders to use the gadget more aggressively and hold a strong position.
I think I know what they're doing. I think they previewed it earlier.
The main issue we've spotted with the current system was that Goyo was picked mainly because of the shield. And the meta evolved in a way that he became an issue for competitive, because attackers needed a lot of explosive and utility just to deal with him.
I think I know what they're doing. I think they're getting rid of his shield and making it just a thing you put down.
But he wasn't used like that. The main change we are introducing in Goyo is removing the shield. So now the gadget will be only the explosive canister. This should encourage players to use it for what it was designed: time and area denial. We are also increasing the number of canisters, because you will need to replace them. So it is less reactive than a smoke, and maybe not all of them will be impactful during the round. Finally, we are tweaking the canister's fire. The area will be bigger and it will last longer to compensate the lack of adaptation during the action phase.
So here's the thing I'm interested in.
Our objective is to bring Goyo back to his original role, area denial.
Here's the thing I'm interested in.
With the new behavior,
there is
his role should be
I'm going to
clear,
turn it down for a bit.
And it should be easier.
There is a strat where you put a frost trap on the other side of a deployable
Goyo, you
shield.
should share
And
your
because of that, the meta
resources
evolved
by
around
placing the
when you're
gadget
jumping over a
where your
shield,
teammates
shoot
can
down
use
and destroy the
it,
frost trap.
because it will be hard
What
to
I'm interested in
control
seeing
all of
happen
them.
is now that
You are
strat
giving
kind of
them
leaning away if there's a
the ability
Goyo,
to slow
because now you have a
down the
50-50 chance you either
With
shoot a
this
frost trap
innovation,
or set off a
the
Goyo,
strategy and
fuck yourself
ability to
over.
cooperate will determine who is a good Goyo player.
We've got one exciting loadout update for you. For more details, here's Sébastien François, UX designer.
Oh?
So when we released new sites and scope in Year 5 Season 3, we opted to distribute them in a way that would make each operator loadout feel special and unique. But we realized that players felt frustrated that they didn't have access to all the sites on any weapon. So what we're doing next season is that we're going to give you access to all 1x sites on all primary weapons. So you will be able to choose any sites that you prefer and engage in gunfights in a comfortable way.
Oh, I know exactly what site I'm putting on every fucking gun.
Our PC players have been using the match replay feature
I'm gonna
to
use that
analyze
Russian
tactics
reflex
and
sight on
strategy,
everything.
learn from their mistakes, and create content. And we're happy to announce that console players can now do the same. Here to introduce match replay on consoles is project manager Mihai Lakatush.
Is that really it? They're just putting replay on console? Don't get me wrong, console needs it. It's really fucking good to use.
Yes, indeed. You heard it right. Match replay
But also,
is
why
coming
didn't they
to
have
console
it yet?
finally. We're so happy to give this feature to our console players. We've been waiting for a long time. I know they've been waiting also for a long time, so we're pretty excited and happy to offer this feature with the new season that is coming. So first of all, I just want to let you know that our console players, they've always been in our focus. We always wanted to give this feature to them. It's just that on console, we want to have a certain degree of quality. So if you remember when we first released Match Replay on PC, it was in an alpha version, meaning it was in a rough state. But since then, we improved a lot. We did a lot of optimizations and, we added new features to it. So we believe now we're in a better spot. The development was a bit tricky, just because Rainbow Six, it's a very complex game that has a lot of underlying systems like, for sounds, for visual effects, for distraction, you name it. What we're doing, we're taking each system one by one and we make sure we can record it and play it back accurately. And this will translate in taking a lot of time. So this is why there was a delay between PC and console. On console, we have some constraints when it comes to disk space compared with the PC platform. So this is why we will be able, with our first version, to guarantee you that you will have your latest 2 hours of your gameplay available. Also, we're going to still keep the 12 replays, maximum amount of replays, but your latest 2 hours will be there. So after these 2 hours, when we reach this limit, we will start deleting your oldest replay. But be assured, your 2 hours are there to be watched and create your awesome moments.
All right, so 2 hours isn't that bad. It's like
Demon
2
Veil
unranked
will
games.
also be launching with some new player protection measures, and Emmanuel Larive from the player behavior team is here to tell you more.
Now this I'm interested in. Hold on.
Player protection is a subject that is really important for us at Ubisoft, but also at Rainbow Six Siege. With Season 1 launch, it will be mandatory to have your phone number added to your account to play the ranked game mode.
Which I'm
Doing
fine
that,
with.
it will help us to fight against smurfing and also alleviate some cheating cases.
It's not a foolproof system, but making accounts basically as personal
Last
as
season,
possible
you
is
met
always
associate
huge.
producer Deanna Stanley as she presented our new R6 Fix platform. Now, she's back to sweeten the deal for everyone out there, making Siege a better game.
So the launch of R6 Fix 2.0 went really well for us. We saw a lot of engagement from our players. We saw a boost in tickets created, especially right at the launch. So we were super happy with how it went. So it's been super
I put
helpful
in a
for
ticket
the dev
too,
team specifically
for that bandit bug
when
we
users
had.
have been raising these issues, especially for those rare, harder to pin down issues. We're really appreciative to our community. We consider that the launch was a success. We saw 1,400 daily visits to the website, and it's compared to 300 in the same period last year. So we think that the version 2 and its improved user experience really made a difference for our players. So as we mentioned last season, we do have some news to share about our new incentive program. So starting with the Year 7 Season 1 season test server, we'll be tracking the issues that players enter on our 6 fix. Depending on the severity of the bug that's reported, a player can get up to 12 alpha packs that guarantee 4 rare, 4 epic, and 4 legendary items per season. So that's for a high priority bug of the highest severity. But even for those smaller issues, as long as they make their way into our internal systems, players can still get 1 of each rarity. So we hope that this is going to help our players feel incentivized for the help that they're providing the dev team. We're super appreciative of players who are spending their time to help us identify those issues, and we're happy to be able to just give something back. So we hope this is going to be a first step, and we hope we're going to be able to do more stuff like this in the future.
And it's not a
even though
bad
this
incentive,
launches
really.
with the Year 7 Season 1 test server, it also applies to live servers. So starting with the opening of the test server, you can report any issue on the live game or on the test server, and that's going to count towards your rewards for this season. We're super thankful to our players. We're excited for this year. We hope that these changes are going to be a positive thing for them and help them feel more heard, because our #1 priority is making sure that our community knows that we're working for them. We want to keep the game as enjoyable as possible, and we know that sometimes it can take time, but hopefully the incentive program is going to be a first few steps towards regaining that trust with our community.
You've got a great look at everything Demonvale will bring this season. And it's almost the end of the show, but as you know, we aren't quite done yet.
What?
During the reveal of High Caliber, we introduced you to the camera lose signal update that disconnected defenders' cameras for a few seconds when placed outside. This change is scheduled to go live this season. Experience all the content dropping with Demonvale on February 21st. And one more thing. Here's an exclusive elite skin for Nomad. Enjoy.
Nomad? Hold on. That's certainly an animation. Feels sluggish as hell. Elite skins have always been real hit or miss for me. I'm not a fan of elite skins, really.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. That is Demon Veil coming to you on February 21st on the test server just on Monday. So make sure you're ready.
But when's the
Download
live
test
date?
server and be ready for any patches that might come up to try it and test it. And you know what? Test new operators. Stop banning stuff. Go on new maps. You got a new map this time. Everybody's been calling for it for ages now. Can't wait to see how it actually plays out. And
Do we get a live date or no?
There is potential for top tier competitive play. Maybe next SI we'll be seeing our new map in it. Who knows? Of course, new operator. I want to see more interactions to see how the gadget kind of plays in game. We talked about it
All right, I
earlier
don't
at
think they're
SI,
giving
and
us the live date.
to be honest with you,
Let me just end it there. All right. So, Azami's fucking nutty. Azami's fucking insane. Let me turn the music back on. I think she's going to synergize with, like, Castle. They mentioned Mira, which is fucking obvious. Because Mira's fucking good. I'm trying to think what other interactions are good. She's going to be really good for... That sure was something. That was going to be fucking exciting is what it's going to be. Yeah, Azami looks like she'll be A tier right off the fucking bat. And those Goyo changes, I think this is a Goyo buff. A lot of people are going to say it's a nerf because he loses that inherent shield. I think it's a fucking buff. She'll work really nice with Jaeger to prevent explosion. Yeah, that's a fucking interaction to think about. Like, if you're upstairs on Oregon, and you've got that little, like, side room just off of bedroom, put the Jaeger in the side room, have her block off the other door in front of it. Yeah. That'll be fucking huge. She's gonna be really fucking insane for sight denial. Especially if you play her as an anchor. Otherwise, if you play her as a roamer, she will be really fucking good at cutting off these paths that they can use and really, like, limiting where they can go. I guess now it's 64 operators. Actually, now it's 63 operators. Because we're not getting a second one. All right, I'm going to undeafen. Hello?
Hello. Who's here?
What's up?
So,
I'm guessing.
Holy fuck.
Azami A tier right off the bat.
I'm so fucking excited. Dude, the trick with the mirror wall on a soft wall, fucking
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
We're absolutely fucking using that. Like, that is
I don't know if this is
insane.
going to be controversial or not. I did mention it during the fucking stream.
Mhm.
I think this is a Goyo buff, all things considered.
Actually,
I don't know.
yeah. I can see. I feel like we could use more Goyo players.
Yeah, not even that, just the fact that now you're using him for the gadget, not just a shield.
Yeah, I was gonna say because when you shoot the thing anyway, it just destroys the shield. So there's no real use of that other than like, I don't know, if you see someone peeking your shield, then you can set them on fire.
Yeah,
but
it's,
if you,
it's
the
literally
same
people
thing,
just play
like,
it for the shield.
Yeah.
I did really like your take on like it making Frost plus Goyo
a
shield.
comp.
Yeah,
Crow,
think
I
that
don't
was
know
a
if you
really
caught it on my stream. I was mentioning how people do that thing if they're good, where they shoot down at the shield as they're hopping over in case there's a Frost. And now it's a 50-50 because there might be a Goyo.
Oh my god, actually?
Yeah.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah.
Something that I was thinking is that you could really use the new op to also funnel with Castle as well.
Yeah, I was just mentioning that Castle synergy, how she's really good at locking down the site.
Yeah, I think
Here's the thing. She's not going to perfectly lock it down, but that's the point. Like, she's going to help funnel them in and kind of keep dictating where the fight's going to happen.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be kind of huge to have her, Castle, and Mira, obviously, for different reasons. Like, that's going to be a really good, like, strat to employ with all of them, because you can really funnel them into, like, a specific room, a specific hallway, and then set a Mira up in those hallways to then just absolutely, destroy an entire team.
Having more than one operator that can dictate, like, the pathing with better guns than Castle, too. Like,
Dude,
that's going to be huge.
The gun choices, the deagle, and she has frags. Let's fucking go.
And she has that fucking, oh shit, the sights, the fucking fact everyone gets sights.
Yes, that's also
The
insane.
instant that came up, I said, Vriska is going to change all of them to the Russian reflex straight away. And you said it like 5 seconds after.
Yeah.
I like the Russian reflex sight.
I'm not a fan of it. It takes up too much space on my left side.
It doesn't take up that much space.
I don't know. For some reason, it distracts me. I don't know why.